successful from the accounts that I can see, so not going to be picking it up. If it was BBD that was hovering it, I'd be like, oh yeah, because he used to be a bit of an Aurelion Sol aficionado, but Aurelion Sol is completely different now, so I guess like none of that skill is going to transfer anyway, really.
Yeah. If anyone was ever wondering if that was maybe going to be an Azir support, I'm just going to have to shatter your dreams right now. It would have been a abysmal pick into the Ezreal Karma. It had no power, no agency, and would have just been flat, sitting flat on its face. Now, the Annie is going to deter a lot of the plays that what Chovy and Peanut are going to try to do with the early Talia roams with Weaver's Wall, where you come down bottom side and try to set up for those dives. And Wukong pre-6 can, with some agency there given by Chovy, actually try to dive there.
KT versus Gen G. Allow us to cast your minds back for one moment as we catch you up to how this one went. The first time around, it was a very narrow KT victory. In game number 1, KT lost, and then Gen G basically picked their composition, but worse in game 2, and then they lost. And then it was a very, very long game with relatively boring drafts that KT were able to come out ahead in game number 3. And now we're going to see whether history can repeat itself, whether KT can get back on the horse.
And, you know, it was a Silas game for Chovy, and he got caught, and that was the one catalyst for KT's winning team fight that won them the game. And, you know, I try not to blame Chovy for this too much, but he tunneled a little bit on Cuz. And, okay.
Speaking of Chovy, he is going to walk in and have to flash. Lehens is just throwing things at him, and that's first blood going over aiming.
Yeah, that's Zeri getting a moment a little bit early in this one. Wolf, I'm not going to certify that yet.
No, I'm talking about, like, we were talking about Chovy making a mistake, and then it happened. Like, you've got a lot of power here, man. You're wielding it dangerously.
Well, that was a very different situation. That was a very late game mistake. Now, this is oppositely a big problem here, as Chovy is trying to gain early information and just walks into a level 1 Annie stun. Just showing a lack of respect here, because oftentimes, you know, in a lot of 2v2s on the bottom side, you want to fight for control of that rush, especially into something like
struggling. Taking a few too many Qs, I think, as I think KT now have vision of Peanut as well.
Yeah, they see him on the Raptors.
Yeah, okay. Ignite going to come down here from Delight as in goes Pays, and that is, well, I was going to say first blood, but it's not, because that already went down at the first kill for Gen G.
Really strange the way this shapes out here on the bottom side here.
Because Graves as well as a Vampiric Scepter, so he's going to be feeling a little bit better about things. And he's actually 1v2ing quite comfortably. As I say that, takes a Mystic Shot that he doesn't really want to take, and Delight is going to put him on a leash. There is Pays just looking for that first blood, but lands, comes on over, it's not enough! The Ignite ticks down, and I've cursed him as well! What is this?
Look at that heal timing. He doesn't have it back up. It's so close, and if he has that there, maybe it's just enough to keep his AD carry alive. And now 2 kills here, going to the bottom lane of Gen G. Delight picks this one up with the Ignite, but Pays in full control. And Delight has just found so many of these impressive routes. As here comes Cuz with level 6 and Flash.
Yeah, Barrel going to come through. Keen uses it for the movement speed. Cease and desist comes down. There's the Cannon Barrage, and Keen just pops him. Oh dear. Cuz is going to go down though. So Doran able to get one back, and that is actually big for putting some money into the pocket of this.
To come over here and force. You have your Annie stun prep. You have Flash Tibbers available. This is a fight you can take, even though Zeri's not online yet.
Yeah. Oh, that's a flash from Delight, not wanting to take any risks into the Vi of Cuz. Peanut going to be rotating down. They're all sweeping everything, but not getting too much information. As Lehens is going to flash. There's the bear as well, as Peanut is going to be ceased and desisted. BBD is going to sweep the floor with him, and that is going to be another kill for KT. That should equal a Drake as well, unless aiming takes too much damage down here, but it looks like he'll be fine. And the bear is just wandering around, having a great time. Chovy going to be missed by the Vault Breaker.
This is the TP, wants to maybe all in this with Lehens here.
Yep. Doran's just going to clear out the wave to avoid being dove. Kind of like that. A little bit of a creative way of utilizing it, sort of to delay the dive timing. Is now Pays. It's just going to get Emperor's Divided. No, it's actually Delight that's going to pick that one up, as the Arcane Shift was there. But KT will take it. They just wanted a kill. And True Shot Barrage just barely not going to be able to find the Pigeon's back feathers.
Keen is having a ball up here, man. He is just looking to demolish this turret, zoning Doran away. And this is the problem with this Gnar pick. Could have been Camille, but it's the Gangplank in this case.
Oh, Cuz gonna have to flash. That was an odd use of the Vault Breaker, as Peanut going to get hit by one of these barrels. And Keen Oh dear, he's just having a great time on this Gangplank. Another Trinity Force variant.
Yeah.
Not exactly the most popular build at the moment in solo queue, but we've seen it the most here in the LCK.
All baited.
Yeah, there's another one as Pays doesn't have his flash and now doesn't have his life. And Cuz this time will survive the turret.
So a 30 CS lead here for this Gangplank that is scaling incredibly well.
Oh yeah, Vault Breaker onto Peanut here, who misses the Cyclone, has to flash for it. Does have another activation as Chobi's moving in. Can he manage to get it? And he doesn't even need to because the Vault Breaker puts Cuz right into the wall. And that is going to be Talia picking up a kill. So a bit of respite here for Gen G, but I don't think it answers the questions that KT have asked of them, right? Because KT just have so much power in this composition as the game goes on. We need to see more from Gen G. They're going to utilize the Herald to try and get exactly...
In the old division they try to set up here around topside, it gets really difficult to side lane aggressively here as this Gangplank, so a lot of that power you had earlier is lost.
Oh, there's the Emperor's Divide! BBD is on a mission! Whoa, he needs to have more birthdays, Wolf. He's looking real good
Guy
today.
is on form tonight, and I mean, Chobi losing his flash early really hurt his ability to deal with BDD in this game, but he is just running with the lead he has.
Oh, Chobi gonna spot Keen out here. He's throwing rocks into the brush. Seismic Shove's going to connect as well. That was blind. And they're trying to keep him at arm's length. Keen is just huge though, and he goes 1-for-1 in the trade.
He's just so huge, doesn't matter. But this is what I was talking about, getting that mid turret. You have that top side vision, it's you have such good engage and setup, but when you're trying to walk through chokes, Doran might be in danger.
Yeah, a bit of an orange buff angle here as the wallop comes through. Keen's gonna eat oranges. Not gonna find the barrel, but there's the Vault Breaker. And Keen just continues shooting him. See what they're gonna be able to find here is Doran's able to at least eliminate that barrel as well. Cannon Barrage coming down as it takes the entire length of the lane, but KT will be able to take him down. Pretty good defensive play, all things considered, from Doran, but not enough.
Yeah, Peanut wants to make something of this.
All right, let's see what he can do as the Empowered Q misses from Delight, but the Cyclones are pretty good. Keen is going to flash, gets out of the way of the W, but there's the flash forward, and Delight says, not on my watch.
Not a big fan of this play here from KT. You know, it's going to call on that Gnar.
And I want to get to the bottom of this Trinity Force Collector build that so many of these Gangplanks have been going for. So, like, it's not very common.
I like it when your opponent doesn't really have a traditional tank in their composition at all, because the Trinity Force, aspect of this not that different. Okay, hold up.
Doran, I think he knows that he's probably dead. The bear comes down, cease and desist, and True Shot Barrage is there to sort of try and lend a hand, but it's not exactly going to do too much.
That was pretty odd, especially because Gen G are not pushing top or anything like this. Chobi was coming down, and perhaps they thought that Chobi's going to Weaver's Wall in and turn this fight.
Oh, Lehens taking so much damage here from Chobi. There's the big old rock. That gets him. Angry Tibbers is angry, but not able to walk fast enough and will perish. All right, Chobi getting one back.
So for all the wrong reasons, yeah, Chobi was there, and they do get one back. Not entirely sure if we could defend that as Peanut.
All right, BBD going to look for that Emperor's Divide. He holds onto it here. Knew that Warrior Trickster was coming down and might be able to get the kill over to aiming. There's the ulti, is now Pays trying to fight this one out. Oh my goodness, so close to being able to get that one back. True Shot Barrage! Can it collect it? Oh, the flash comes through and aiming, able to survive.
So
as Flash Tib is available, gets a ward into the back of the pit, and Peanut sees him. All right, that is just going to be a dead Annie, I think. He's going to have to flash defensively. True Shot Barrage is going to hit him as well. The bear comes down. Emperor's Divide is big, but it's only onto Doran. But they're able to wipe out Chobi in amongst it. This is such a weird fight, as Lehens is sort of trying to defend himself, and now Doran is in no man's land. It's a disaster. Doran's like sort of all over the place this game, Wolf.
Yeah, he really is, and he's 1-5 this game, and he seems a little bit zoned out with some of the real win conditions here, whether it's an aside or how this team fight is going to have to go, putting this off.
Yeah, everyone moving down towards the Drake on the KT side. They get vision of what's going on here, and Gen G are just going to back away. Utilize it. They do take a fair bit of damage from it. So a 5v5 going to be difficult here for the squad as Cuz finds his way in. There's cease and desist, and aiming is just going to eliminate the Karma.
Now this game has been like a weird tug of war around the Baron.
Yeah.
A win condition that both of these already, and KT have so much control over this Baron, there is just no approaching it.
All right, well, Cuz is just going to get flung back. Cease and desist comes down, Cannon Barrage is in, and the Vibe survives. That That is massive for this Baron potential as Empress Divide is going to hit 3 and immediately Delight is going to evaporate. Now Aiming is trying to dive in for more, but the Cyclone is going to catch him out. True Shot Barrage does nothing though, and Gen G just have to turn tail.
Now, this has just been the taunt of the Baron all game long, and Genji just do not want to give it up, but eventually you use all your resources on a Vi, she survives, and there's a stun prepped.
Yep, Peanut, this is going to have to be well heroic if you want to be able to lock this one down, and he's just going to bail. That is going to mean the KT locked down the Baron. Now Chovy going 1v3. The flash forward from Keen, he's going to light him on fire. The barrel comes through. He doesn't even use it. He just shoots the Talia. That's one way to make that one work, as Doran going to be slowed down by the keg as well, and they're going to have to back away.
I mean, credit where it's due. Some abuse, but cannot be out like that as Narbar is expiring now.
Yeah, well, they're going to look for it. There's a flash, Nar. Okay, the Annie's going to be taken down. Aiming's dead as well.
There you go.
And Doran's going to find the team fight. Okay, can they get more is the question. Is Keen, he's going to eat oranges. Not sure whether he's completely K, though, as the flick not quite going to land. Cuz still thinking that he can get something done as Emperor's Divide is going to be used defensively. And KT, they should be able to get out, but the Inspire with the Mantra is going to speed everyone up, and they're still chasing. Another Weaver's Wall comes in. The barrels are dangerous on the disengage, but Pays has so much room to move, and Keen, not so much. BBD able to take down Delight, though. The Gangplank is still dead. Genji's health bar's extremely low.
Leandri's value, man. BBD and Keen are 2v.
We're in that replay as Aiming's diving towards Delight, who is just by himself. Sees an assist. That's a dead Karma. That's an out-of-position player, and KT should be able to get something, but there's not a whole lot on the map. So I guess they kill.
Okay, this is where Genji are getting that wraparound.
Yeah, it's Cloud Soul. That's what we want to fight over. Who cares about Baron? It's Cloud Soul. Everyone?
KT in position for this.
Yeah, Peanut actually taking a lot of damage as the bear falls down onto the Gnar. He should be taken out here, and there he goes. One last pellet to the back of the noggin, and he's going to be taken down as now Aiming's just skipping over these walls. Big flash from Chovy, but it doesn't matter. That's a huge explosion from Aiming, and he's going to be able to take down the Talia solo. And I think that might have been that nail in the coffin that we often talk about, because still chasing after them, looking for even more to lock this one down. BBD just raining hell onto Genji, and Peanut, yeah, not going to be able to do too much. The bottom lane running for the hills, and I don't think they even need a Baron. They're just looking to end this game.
Aiming is basically doing it by himself right now, as Peanut is going to be corralled into this pit.
I've seen this one before.
Yeah, where's the Italy?
Yeah, exactly right. He's going to be taken out, and BBD is going to secure that kill. Aiming here in the mid lane, just living his best life, having the greatest time, and I told a lie. They are going to
Well, yeah, with how split up the death timers are here, it's really easy to overextend and mess this up as KTs.
And I said that miracles can happen and things like this. I'm thinking to myself, is this game throwable? And the answer is yes. It's KT, right? Like, anything's throwable.
It's hard. It's going to be hard in this case. I mean, they have this so well set up. They're just playing so safe. Keensit with GA just chunking people down, and that's 2 inhibitors down now. And KT still have 85 seconds on this Baron. Look at the extendo beam.
Yeah, well, the Cyclone's going to come forward. There's a Gnar as well, but I don't know whether they're going to be able to lock down Aiming. He does get himself out of there. And now Peanut, he also has to try and escape. The Redemption's going to be there as well. As BBD just going to chase after them with an Emperor's Divide. There was an interesting use of it, but it doesn't really matter. Pay's going to be taken down. That's a double for the Azir. He wants the other one, but they're going to settle for the Nexus, and KT take game 1.
BBD 9-0-4 this game on the Azir. Sure, he's given that extra kill on a flashless Chovy in the early game, but no